I was just thinking, I'm probably going to be alone for the rest of my life. How many of you are alone and are okay with it? Like are okay with it?
I know that I use the term TikTok quite frequently, but every once in a while I find it interesting to look at what the general public thinks. For example, you have such a large number of young women writing the most bizarre thoughts, and then I don't know whether to laugh at them or feel disappointed in humanity. Something out of the ordinary happened to me last night on TikTok, where I overheard a number of women crying because they felt that men were ignoring them. And it seems like a lot of women are going through a lot of emotional pain because they can't find a good romantic partner. The producers of TikTok are well aware that informing the public about the senior aspects of society that lie hidden behind the show's veneer of glitz would result in more negative than positive outcomes. It says something about the state of the dating market that people's greatest fear is being turned down when they are asked out on a date. The fact that no one is interested in dating a woman is the single most devastating blow to her self-esteem. And yet these kinds of movies continue to be produced. This is the very first time that she has demonstrated any kind of desire to get closer. There have been forecasts made about what will occur as a growing number of women like this enter the workforce, and you will be able to verify the following for yourselves in the year 2026. In the year 2020, 30% of all women in the world had never married or had never been married before. In 2010, women made up 33% of the population that was single and had never been married. By 2030, it is expected that this percentage will rise to between 35 and 37%. I wouldn't be surprised if it reached about 40 because a lot of women believe that they deserve a certain kind of guy and desire the kind of guy that they see on TikTok. The girls who cry on it are not the ordinary teenage or young adult girls that you could come across on your travels. Rather, they are past their biological primes and are pleading for a male to take them. But he won't because they're all just like the typical modern woman who discards men after her. Unfortunately, this is the way the world operates, and as a consequence, I believe that the future of dating will look a lot more like this than the marketplace becoming more balanced. This will be the case because an increasing number of men will not only stop dating, but they will also cause a shift in the dynamics, and women will realize what this means for them. If you find this difficult to comprehend, allow me to walk you through a day in the life of an average modern woman. The bar that must be cleared in order to attract a female is continually raised, and men who put in the effort to do so have a much better chance of being successful. It will not matter at all how she presents herself, and it makes no difference what she is able to contribute to the alliance. The majority of the female students at the university or high school are competing with one another for the attention of the same 30 to 40 male students, while the majority of the male students at these institutions are competing with one another for the attention of the same 30 to 40 female students. A woman can count on to hang out with while she has one-night encounters with gorgeous guys and drinks excessively at social events. They are the backup plan. In the end, she will wind up back with the guy who loved her and will go through the process of being discarded all over again. While he is gone, she is going to take care of herself and have fun, but as soon as he gets back, she is going to make his life as miserable as possible. It is totally incomprehensible that those with the digits 9 and 10 are not the ones responsible for this scheme. They are looking for wealthy men who are also tall and have a lot of spare time, so that they can drink and act obnoxiously. They have this completely irrational wish list of qualities other than a man's physical attractiveness that they believe males should have. They have the notion that these guys will behave in a manner befitting a queen and will be utterly devoted to her. But men of superior caliber do not act in this manner. Participation is open to everyone from. This doesn't last long, and eventually she stops getting any matches on Twitter because she plays around with the feelings of regular guys as her own looks declined, but her ego remained intact. This is because she creates a lot of drama and trouble for guys who just want a healthy, stable relationship with this. She has a hard time accepting responsibility for the consequences of her actions most of the time because she has been coddled her whole life. She takes criticism very personally, which is the reason why her discourse has taken a different path as a result. Because she is unattractive to men and nobody is interested in dating her, they have stopped reaching out to her. There is a future for dating, and it will involve women walking away from men. There is only 1% of men who have gotten this far who aren't interested in dating her, because they've already achieved everything it is they want to do in their lives. She is worthy of being treated in such a regal manner. It won't be long before a lot of pupils in 7th and 8th grade understand that successful men are not born, but made picked just the most desirable girls. Either they can date men on her level like regular people, or they can continue to be locked in relationships with men who aren't interested in them. Don't waste your time with the nonsense of today's women. They are not interested in acquiring material goods, and they do not dress provocatively or apply makeup in order to attract attention to themselves. But what do you think will happen if all of the males ignore her and turn their backs on her? Her mental equilibrium is thrown off, and she subsequently feels disoriented. She is unable to tolerate being rejected on because of the significance that women place on this aspect of rejection. The more that women continue their insanity, the more that dating will be like this in the future, which will force them to see that they too are responsible for bringing something to the table, and the more unpleasant the women's dating experiences will become. We guys are used to her saying that she needs to learn how to cook, or at the very least be willing to contribute to a relationship and put in the effort, or else she will continue to be rejected by men if she doesn't put in the effort. Men feel it just as do you think that very soon this will cause a significant number of men to completely reject the institution of marriage. This despite the fact that thousands of other men are living their best lives and wondering what happened, while scores of women are sobbing their eyes out and griping about how toxic men are. These men are having the time of their lives and making the most of every opportunity. To support us, please subscribe, like and share, and check the bell icon. Please also share the video with the person who needs it most.